Today is time for Callum Wilson to make his debut in a Leeds United shirt, and we've lined him up with a decent opposition to try and get his first goal. We start today with bottom of the league Nottingham Forest, but they beat me last time I played them before they even had any victories in the league at all. So I'd like payback for that, and I'd love Callum Wilson to get a goal on debut to try and give us that payback. We are 9 points clear of the relegation zone. We're looking good for staying up. Annoyingly, we're out of the FA Cup now, which is frustrating. But we've a big gap till the game against Manchester City as well. So everybody should be fully fit by the time we get there. And hopefully, Ryan Frederick should be on his way back from injury by that point as well. I've had a quick look at the injury list here. He's got 2 weeks left. So he might be back in light training before the City game. But whether he'll be fit enough to start, I'm not sure. We are going to try and sign Ryan Kent in today's episode. And perhaps look to sign someone else as well. Maybe on a pre-contract. Maybe on loan, perhaps. I'm not yet sure. But we shall figure out as we go through. Rotation is key. Callum Wilson's still unhappy, frustratingly. We also avoid the bottom of this table so far. Our momentum isn't dropping. It's our responsibility to try. I hope the whole squad can help us, certainly. We're going to need the whole squad. As we've seen this season, we've needed to rotate quite a bit for midweek games, etc. We don't have a squad made up of players that have the best stamina, unfortunately. But that will come with time as we get players that are higher rated, that have better physical stats, etc. Tomorrow's episode is going to be massive. 3 relegation contenders in tomorrow's episode. It's going to be absolutely huge. And to be fair, we're only 3 or 4 days away from the end of the season now. Or after today's episode, so it's not long until season 3 and our second year at this level. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting European football unless we go on a tremendous run. It's taken us 23 games to get 23 points. We're going to need to get twice that in half the time if we're to get European football. It's not happening. We're not qualifying for Europe this year, but what we might be able to do is match the board's expectation of us getting to a mid-table finish within 2 seasons. We might be able to do that in this first year. I'm not sure if 13th would count as a mid-table finish. I think it would. I think 13th is probably lower mid-table, but we'll wait and see where we finish this year. We've done both the brand exposure, which is on high, and youth development. This isn't really the series for full proper youth development. That'll be the Cambridge United RTG we do in the series after this one. But let's start with Forest before we make more signings here at Leeds United, and hopefully we can get ourselves off to a good start with 3 points and a Callum Wilson goal or 2 on debut. Costel Pantilimon in goal for Forest. I was not expecting that. Matt Miazga at centre-back, Chaloba and Sambaso in the midfield, Jed Wallace out on the right, Kuma Babacar up top. That's not a bad 11, to be fair. Matty Cashew right back, who's been linked with AC Milan in real life recently. That's not a terrible team, to be fair. Matt Miazga played for Chelsea against us earlier on this season. Now obviously come out on loan to Forest, or maybe even permanently to Forest in this save. And Costel Pantilimon, he might not be the best keeper in the world, but just his sheer height means that he isn't the easiest of people to get the ball past. We'll wait and see how this one goes. Like I say, they did beat us last time we played them, so we have to be wary. Cross there to Milner. Now, Forest have the worst home record in the table. They've gotten just 2 points at home this season, so both of their wins so far this year have come away from home. One of which was at Elland Road, annoyingly. It's a nice ball over the top, and it will reach Jed Wallace. Or could save Gazaniga even. I tried to lunge in to get the block on it with the defender there. Nearly got there. Thankfully, the keeper was on hand to make a good stop. Thiago Silva to Carvalho. I remember Thiago Silva caused me all sorts of problems previously. We get to that to get in the way. It's Chaloba to Thiago Silva again. Oh, stop it, lads. This is actually pretty decent football from you. Oh, Chaloba. Babacar is so strong. We've gotten it away, though. Took 2 defenders to step in on him. Now, Tyler Roberts, can we find that ball to Callum Wilson? No, we can't. Yet to have a touch, Callum Wilson, in the opening 17 minutes. It's been Forest that have been the most aggressive so far. That's probably a foul and will be given as such. Free kick for Forest now. Nearly the 20 minute stage of the game. Is he going to go for a goal here, Thiago? It's a long way out. It looks like he is. He's trying it. Oh, Jesus! Off the post. What a free kick. The technique was superb. Up and down, moving quickly to the left. If that had gone in, that would have been the best free kick scored against me in all of FIFA 20, I think. And he rose into Callum Wilson. His first touch as a Leeds United player. Good hold-up play. Milner stepping away from the challenge. Doing well. And bursting into a bit of a gap there. Oh, but the pass is picked off frustratingly. We were building quite nicely there. Phillips. Foster Cooper will try again. Go down the left maybe. Jack Clark is there. Into Tyler Roberts. Step away from the man that's with me. Forward to Callum Wilson. That's a good turn. And the ball into Tyler Roberts. Oh, I just wanted to get it on his right. I don't trust Tyler Roberts' left foot. Perhaps I should have trusted it there just to see if he could have proven me wrong. Squeeze it through. Callum Wilson on debut. Scores! And the game has paused on me. Oh, Callum! Welcome to the club, my man. That's why we sold Patrick Bamford and Jack Marriott. Marriott had scored a couple of goals, but I still didn't feel he was the right player long-term for us. Callum Wilson, inside half an hour on his debut, spins the defender and then buries it. More of that, please. Here's Thiago Silva. Obvious ball is down the line there, but he's turned inside. Oh, and he's beaten the defender. Oh, it's... Well, oh, Jesus! It's a worldie! Thiago Silva. I didn't expect him to shoot like that. And it's floated right into the far corner. What an effort. We need to see a replay of that. I was just marshalling him and then went to go for the ball. Missed it. But from there, in that... Oh, what a goal. He didn't even look like he was in the right position to shoot. He's just thought, I've got no other options here. I'm just going to go for it. Wow. His first, what a way to score your first goal of the season. Oh, my Lord. That was spectacular. Down the line there to Jack Clark. Talking about the Man United game. They've gone 1-0 up against Fulham, who were in and around us in the league. Oh, sorry, 2-0 up. Mason Greenwood with the goal. Callum Wilson, I just couldn't quite get it out of his feet. Frustratingly. Forest have Liverpool next. We have Manchester City. So fixtures don't necessarily get any kinder for either of us. This is a game that I'd love to take 3 points from, but we haven't yet, neither side actually yet, have created anything in this second half. I'll let Matty Cash go down the wing because I'm quite comfortable at clearing crosses. I feel like we're quite competent at clearing aerial balls like that. It's when it's on the floor like this that we tend to struggle. Jed Wallace with good movement, and he's got the option of the pass. He doesn't need it. Gazaniga makes the save. And they've got a corner. 15 minutes into the half, just past the hour mark. Win that header, please. Oh, I think Babacar won it first. Oh, no, there's Babacar. Someone else won it first. Oh, come on, Chaloba. There's no need for that. Scooping it up to yourself to volley. That's taking the piss out of us. Don't be that guy. Carvalho, great footwork. Not good enough, though. Jared Bowen takes it off him, and we are away. Callum Wilson is there with me, and we'll look for him. We'll find him well. Bowen can keep going. I'm going to try and cut back, actually. That's really nicely done. And Callum Wilson shows the intelligence to hold his run. That's what we haven't really had so far. Up top is a little bit of extra attacking intelligence, extra attacking positioning. Hopefully, Callum Wilson will offer us that. We've obviously got a goal on debut already, and we'll try and get him another one if we can to try and win the game. Man United have scored a third against Fulham. They're getting hammered. That ball was supposed to go across to Calvin Phillips. Right, let's make a couple of changes. Jack Clark is shattered. So let's bring Che Adams on out wide. Jamie Shackleton can come on for Milner. And then Hernandez can come on for Tyler Roberts. Right, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to find a winner. Let's get it across to Milner. Tyler Roberts is there. We'll spin. We'll look for Callum Wilson. Takes it in his stride well. Looking for an assist. Tyler Roberts gives him that assist. 2-1 Leeds. Callum Wilson with the assist as well. What a signing he's turning out to be. Just on day one, he's already impressed almost as much as anybody else in the entire squad. Brilliant pass through to Tyler Roberts. Great touch as well to turn back. And a top finish too. Really pleased with that. Leeds 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Tyler Roberts coming off now. Literally, as we were building up there, I was saying I hope the forward players that are still on have got just enough left in the tank to give us a goal. They've done exactly that. Now hopefully the changes that we've made will help us keep hold of that lead and stay 2-1 in front. That's a Bowen. In there to Hernandez. Oh, out-muscled quite easily by the defender. So's gotten past me here. Oh, the ball rolls good. Chaloba's in the box. There are plenty to aim for if he can find them. Liam Cooper defends it well. I think he used his shoulder there to pass that. A little bit extravagant. A little bit unnecessary. Oh, Thiago Silva racing ahead of Calvin Phillips to get to that on a lunge at this. Saw that coming, didn't he? Give me that. I can't get it off him. Oh, but there's the final whistle. Yes! Payback against Nottingham Forest. Exactly what we wanted from that game. A win and good football from Callum Wilson. In fact, everything from Callum Wilson. A goal and an assist. Superb stuff on debut. That is exactly what we needed. Manchester City next, who are currently 1-0 up against Norwich with 15 minutes to play. Oh, Wilson was unbelievable. We found our talisman for sure. What a signing. He's hopefully going to turn out to be long-term. Team comes first. Sorry, Mateusz, but we brought James Milner in to play in that role. Time to focus on our next match. Against Manchester City, it's not going to be easy, but hopefully we'll have a new winger to start against them as well. You did play, Jamie. I brought you off the bench, so you can stop complaining. Aha, Ryan Fredericks on his way back from injury, and I think that's it. Alfie McCowan's unfortunate transfer talks have broken down. They have no transfer move for Alfie McCowan, so we don't have the extra money we were hoping to get in to maybe make another signing after we'd done Ryan Kent. Quite annoying. So it looks like it's probably only going to be just the one signing for us in the remainder of the transfer window. But Ryan, we know we've got enough for Ryan Kent anyway, so let's try again and negotiate a deal there. I can't remember what I offered last time. It was like 17 point something. Can't quite remember. Or we negotiated like 18 point something in the end, didn't we? I think I'll offer 17.5, 21.8. Yeah, I most certainly cannot afford that. Try and negotiate as best we can. We were able to agree a deal last time. Kind of hating myself now for not being able to get that across the line. Oh, I'm not sure that's going to be enough. Oh, come on. Please, lads. Please. Oh, I can't. I'm going to have to go back and check the footage to see what we agreed last time. Oh, Jesus. Offer unacceptable. Ah, come on. Right, I'm going to cut quickly. I'm going to check the last video and see what I offered that was accepted. They accepted 18 million last time. 18. I just offered them 18 point something and they turned it down. Ah, please, lads. Because I offered him £30,000 in wages, 19.6. They're negotiating slightly, but that's still not going to leave enough for wages. I offered him £30,000 a week last time, and they. Oh, come on! Oh, Jesus, this is painful. I offered him 30 grand a week, and he didn't want it. Oh, I'm not sure that's going to be enough to get him in wage-wise. Oh, God. This is going to be painful. I just don't quite have enough money, I don't think. I'll offer him rotation. If I can keep his expectations down with this squad role, then hopefully they'll agree a lesser wage. No release clause. Oh, and they are hopefully going to agree a lesser wage. I'll remove the bonus. Oh, I'm going to have to take some money out of there as well. Shit. Afford that. Oh, Jesus. Please accept it. Oh, I can't afford that! No! I can't afford it! take 100 grand off there. 32,775. That's all I can afford. That's literally all I can afford. Yes! We've spent every single last penny. Every single last penny. I don't think I've ever done that in a save ever. We've spent everything, but we have our man. Jeez! I've genuinely not done that before. Every single last penny spent on Ryan Kent. But into the squad he'll come. Hello. Ryan Kent will be our new... Oh, Miazek's back, isn't he? Be our new starting left-sided midfielder. And Fredericks hopefully will be back and fit in time for the next game against City as well. That is brilliant news. The squad is drastically improved. Callum Wilson has already had a big impact. And hopefully, a loan offer for Alfie McCallum now. I'm not going to let him go out on loan. Someone can buy him, but I'm not going to let him go out on loan. Right then, on deadline day, time for Manchester City at home. Right, City's 11. Ederson in goal. Cancelo, John Stones, Laporte and Angelino at the back. That's a full-strength back four. Eggestein, Fernandinho and Rodri. Bernardo Silva, Jesus and Leroy Sané. City not taking any risks. Starting a full-strength team against us here. Oh, battering inbound, probably. Bowen. In there to Calvin Phillips, up his feet quickly. Kent also quickly to Wilson. Run straight into Eggestein though. Now we're on the back foot. Jesus to Rodri. Heavy touch. Oh, I shouldn't have committed. It's going to cost me a goal, isn't it? Felt like I could get there with that heavy touch. Not able to do it. We saw that celebration a lot at FC Köln with... Rafael Leao, but after I made that defensive mistake, they've just picked me apart. Oh, when a player takes a heavy touch like that, the temptation to try and steal in and get the ball is so strong. I have to resist that urge in future because that is definitely the reason why we've conceded that goal. Manchester City 1, Leeds United 0. Bernardo Silva, Danny Rose. Oh, it's superb defending from Danny Rose. Really, really well done. Went essentially to Tyler Roberts. I can drive at them. Wilson's pointing for it, and he'll get it. Try and work some space for someone else. James Milner yet to score for me. Yet really to have a shot for me, to be fair. He's played such a deep role. We've been so defensive in the majority of the games he's played in thus far. He hasn't had the opportunity to try and score a goal for me. Win this header, please. Thank you. Milner could maybe get forward again here. Bowen into Callum Wilson. Ryan Kent's looking to make that run in behind, but it's well blocked by John Stones. We're going to be losing 1-0 at half-time, but we've been pretty handy in this first half. We stand a chance in the second. Dino into Eggestein. Trying to close off his passing angles, but they've worked that well with Bernardo Silva, and they've players waiting in the middle for the ball to be squared back to them. Is Bernardo Silva. Oh, lashed home at the near post. Plenty of power on that from the Portuguese. Just drifting into the box off the back of Danny Rose there. Has no idea he's behind him. Oh, yeah, drilled. Very good finish. Corner for City. Gabriel Jesus has gone off and Rodrigo, the Spanish striker, has come on in his place. That will be punched clear by the keeper. I might make some changes of my own. Let's take James Milner off and bring the explosive Jamie Shackleton on. And let's bring Jack Clark on for Tyler Roberts and move Jarrod Bowen central. 2 changes to try and get us back into this game, but it will be one hell of a comeback if we're able to pull it off. We've done it before though, but it was against Sheffield United, not Manchester City, so it might be slightly more difficult this time around. Rodri. Nice tackle by Jamie Shackleton. Great start to his time on the field. Similarly for Jack Clark, involved in the play. I'm going to drive centrally. I've got plenty of options in the middle, and we'll look for Jarrod Bowen now. And he'll look for Ryan Kent. Oh, he can't get past Joao Cancelo. Trying my hardest. So far, hardest hasn't been good enough. Bernardo Silva off and Riyad Mahrez on. The sheer wealth of goods at Manchester City is enviable. The fact that you can take someone off that's as good as Bernardo Silva and bring someone on that's just as good in Riyad Mahrez is just unfair, I think. Rodrigo into Eggestein. We'll try and get there. I can't. It's 3. Eggestein smacks them. 3 in front. The comeback is out of the window now. Oh, lovely turn by Ryan Kent. He's left the defender standing there. We'll get this across here to Jared Bowen. Could go back to Ryan Kent again. We will. Ryan Kent, can he score on debut? No, the player with him, John Stones, just tugging at his shirt. Couldn't quite find his feet properly to get away. Callum Wilson's done brilliantly there, but he's then too busy holding his face to actually get up and chase the loose ball. Could have had a really good second opportunity there. Bowen does really well there. Phillips into Ryan Kent again. There's a bit of space here for Jared Bowen, and we'll look to get into it. And still going. And we'll turn back on his left. Bowen has scored some great goals for us so far this season, but not adding to his tally there. Oh, we're actually playing quite well in this game. Better than we did against Forest, but we're 3-0 down. Fredericks driving into space. We'll cut that back. That was meant for Bowen. We'll find Bowen, and then we'll look for Callum Wilson. We could yet get our consolation goal. Callum Wilson misses the target. Was on his left, to be fair. I perhaps should have tried to cut back onto his right with Laporte in such close proximity. A little drag back might well have worked. Decided to try and just go for the effort to ensure I got a shot away. And sadly, it wasn't to be. That's a good header by Jack Clark. Can we win that and flick it on? No. 3-0 defeat against Manchester City, but I felt quite competitive in that game, and we genuinely could have had a couple of goals of our own. Probably not enough to get a point, but I felt, well, we created more in that game than we did in the game against Forest that we won. So the difference there is the clinical ability of their forward players compared to the lack of it from mine, but creating chances is a good start, and to be fair, City have got one of the best teams in the league, and that was one of the best squads we've played against so far. Let's keep things realistic for Ryan Kent. It was Manchester City on his debut. It wasn't going to have the same impact that Callum Wilson did against Forest. First to draw, now a defeat. Surprised that we're not in the best shape. We learned a hard lesson. Not really. We knew that we weren't as good as Manchester City, but we'll bounce back from it. I'm sure we will. We've got 3 ginormous games tomorrow. 3 biggest deals of the window so far. Varane to Napoli, Milinkovic-Savic to Atletico Madrid, and Iñaki Williams to Paris Saint-Germain so far. Not sure if there'll be any other big deals go through on deadline day. An offer of 20.4 million for Tyler Roberts, which will be rejected. Going to still try and get him to grow as best we can to become a real solid first team quality player for us. I'm really happy. Whoa, that jumped massively. Has there been another big deal? Not anyone that's going to replace any of those top 3. Maybe a number of mid-level deals gone through there. It's another fair jump, but still no big signings going through. It's not a massive jump. Billy Gilmour to PSG for 8.1 million. It's a surprising deal. I wouldn't have thought Billy Gilmour would have gone there. A loan for Edmondson. Yes, you can disappear. Tried to sell him previously and nobody wanted to buy him. Thankfully someone wants to loan him. Any other... Oh, Icardi to Manchester City. Mauro Icardi to City is another one that's gone through on deadline day. £42.2 million there. £608 million spent now on deadline day. But no further big deals other than the 3 that you see there. So let's have a look and see what everyone in the Premier League has done this window. So Bournemouth have literally only sold Callum Wilson to me. Arsenal have done nothing. Villa have brought in 3 players and sold Bree. Brighton have brought in 3 players and sold Radalovic, who scored against me actually last time we played them in the FA Cup. Dennett has gone in at Burnley. Chelsea have brought in Hwang Hee-chan and sold Tomori, Musonda and Gilmour. One of them must be a loan deal because Gilmour was 8 million. There's no way they sold Tomori and Musonda for 10.8 million. It's definitely not happened. One of them must be a loan. Honorat in at Palace with 3 going out. Everton have signed Amin Harit. That's a good signing for them. And Tom Davies has gone out. A little bit for Fulham, but not much. We've signed Ryan Wilson and Ryan Kent and Callum Wilson and sold Jack Marriott. Liverpool have signed Tonyi. I don't know who that is, but 31.2 is a sizable fee. Obviously, as we saw, Icardi to City. United have done nothing. Newcastle have sold Almiron and Longstaff. Not sure if it's Sean or Matty. Norwich have done nothing. Forest have signed just Merg. Sheffield United, Billy Sharp leaving them and Zakanyi coming in. Verscharen in at Southampton. That's a good deal for them. And Sharp, this must be Billy Sharp. And Højbjerg has gone out on loan or on a pre-contract. Sold Bamba. Actually, it might be Jonathan Bamba. Probably Jonathan Bamba in at Tottenham. And Andre Gray, you would imagine. Maybe Demarai Gray. Ruben Rashina. No, it's not Ruben Rashina, is it? It's Rashinia. In Watford. And they've sold a lot of players. Isaac Success. Juan Camilo Hernandez, who was on the transfer list. Andre Gray. Dale Ofeu and Cassidy. Nearly £60 million raised for Watford. Good money spinning window, but that's selling that many players and only bringing one in. Not exactly going to help you in your relegation fight, is it, lads? They're in the relegation zone, or at least they were prior to that match weekend against City. They're up to 15th. We face them in tomorrow's episode. They're up to 15th. It should still be... Oh, it's Brighton dropping into 19th. Sheffield United have moved up to 18th. We are still 9 points clear of the drop, though, with 13 games left. I'm still confident of avoiding the drop, but if we can get a good haul of points from tomorrow's episode, then I'm pretty sure that will be us safe. Tomorrow's episode really is make or break, or at least make. It won't necessarily break our season, but it could make our season. Transfer deadline day gone through. Loan move broken down, unfortunately for Edmondson. He's going to be staying put for the time being. Let's have a look at the transfer history then, to see what other big deals went through in that window. We're looking for January on the left-hand side. Oh, Valverde went in December. That fee was agreed in December. Valverde to PSG for 60.8 million. So PSG have really been spending a lot. Valverde for 60.8. Iñaki Williams for nearly 60 million as well in January. Milinkovic-Savic we saw was the other big deal that went through. Looking for any 2021 deals here. Oh, Ruben Neves to Bayern Munich went through in October. Mauro Icardi we saw on deadline day. Rafael Varane we saw go through earlier on in the window as well. That one was agreed in September. Dani Ceballos to Liverpool for 39.1. He'll have gone on transfer on the 1st of January then. Toni Kroos to Juventus from Real Madrid. That went through on the 26th. Almiron went to Leipzig. Herrick was 32.3 as we saw. Carbonero was 31.9 to West Ham. I don't know anything about him. I'll scout him just out of curiosity. Tony to Liverpool. I don't know anything about him either. I'll scout him out of curiosity as well. Some names that I've not seen before popping up here. Terrier to AC Milan went through. Chouameni to Monaco. I don't know anything about him either. Let's have a quick look through. Piontek to Wolfsburg. That's another one that's gone through. Tagliafico to AC Milan, agreed in August, so that will have gone through. Actually, no, August is transfer window, isn't it? My bad. Jonathan Bamba, yeah, it was. To Tottenham. Verscharen from Anderlecht, we saw. De La Feu went to Napoli. Ferreira to Dortmund. Carrascal to Wolves. I don't know anything about him. Again, we'll scout out of curiosity. And that's the last one on the list. So, decent window for us. Literally, for the first time ever, I have spent everything I have. Every last penny. And tomorrow, we play Sheffield United 18th, Brighton 19th, and Watford 15th. Get victory in all three, and I'd say that's us safe. But stranger things have happened. Lose all three, and we're right back in the thick of it. So we'll wait and see what happens. Thank you for watching today, though. Thank you for your feedback from the transfer window to this point. We will actually not be that far away from the summer transfer window, to be fair. Only 4 episodes left, I think. Let's have a look. February is going to be 1 episode, because that's just 3 games. I think March was just 3 games too. So that's 2 episodes. Liverpool, Palace, Norwich, and then Southampton, Tottenham, Man United, and Everton. So 3-4 episodes probably. I don't think I'll split it 2 and 2. We'll probably just sim one of them. To be fair, we might get to the point where we're able to just sim 3 or 4 games at the end of the season, knowing we're safe and not going to reach Europe. Although I guess league position will play a factor in how much prize money we'll get. So we'll see what happens. But a maximum of 5 videos, probably 4, between us and the end of the league season. That'll do for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. Do hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Hopefully we can get some decent results tomorrow. Big episode. I'll see you then.